All right, we are back with the 143rd edition of the Quarantinecast. I'm really excited for this one. I have Max Payne Griffin who's joining me today. So it's actually a little bit different because it's actually fight week. It's not every day I get to speak to someone just a couple days out from their fight. So this is super special. I appreciate the time. And without further ado, here he is. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Not too bad. So it's not every day I speak to someone during fight week, so a little bit different. And I'm surprised. I mean, you seem to be upbeat. Usually, guys during fight week are depleted, they're grumpy, but you've got a smile on your face. How are you feeling?
I feel good as I look, man. I'm great. It's fight week. I work all year, day in and day out, but I only get to fight like 3 times a year, and I mean, my favorite thing to do is fight. So I'm blessed to be here. I'm healthy. I'm happy. My training is well. I mean, there's nothing like being ready. Like it's like it's like you go to school and you have a test and like you have all the answers. You know what I mean? Like you have the teacher's copy. I feel great, man. I crossed all the T's, dotted all my I's, left no stone unturned, trained correctly. I'm fucking so excited, bro.
So one of the things that we don't really do when we're writing tests is cutting weight. So how are you feeling in that aspect? I mean, obviously with the pandemic and everything, we've seen you before, but speaking for myself, I kind of added a few pounds throughout the pandemic. So how are you feeling on that side of things?
I was a little bit heavier after so I fought in November, but my birthday is that month. We got Thanksgiving, met in the Christmas, so I've been actually pretty heavy up until about a month and a half ago, but now I'm good. I mean, it was just extra fat, bro. It was extra pounds and I just had a baby, so maybe I had like that baby weight. But it's good now, bro. I'm cold because my skin's all thin and I'm drinking so much water. You get cold as hell when you drink a lot of water, man. I don't know why, but I think it has to do with like your electrolytes or I don't know. But yeah, when you cut weight, you're freezing cold. So I'm freezing cold right now.
With the pandemic and closures and everything, did you have any issues with this training camp specifically?
No, man. My last camp I did because it's kind of when COVID first started. So it was like, hey, don't go outside. It was like real sketchy. And it's funny, I was real concerned, like, because I was having the baby on the way and stuff. Like, I didn't want to bring COVID home, to my lady. And so I was real nervous. And I remember when I went to my first training. And everyone else continued. I mean, they did like behind closed doors to get the job done. But I was like Mr. Quarantine Boy. Like, I was wary, And I remember going out there the first day at MMA Gold. I mean, they've all been out there. I kind of like let them kind of train. And no one got sick. Everyone was good for like a month. Okay, I can go in there. It's funny. I'm on the mat, and Jim's talking about, what's going on. And I have this big, like, sneeze, like, coming over my body, bro. Like, I feel it, like, tickling my nose and my throat. And, like, I didn't want the sneeze, Now it's different. You used to sneeze and people would be like, bless you. Now you sneeze and, like, you're going to get in a fight, So I held the sneeze, but it was, like, the hardest. Like, I'm trying to, I didn't want everyone to think, like, I had COVID. So that was kind of sketchy, but other than that, I mean, we've been doing our stuff, in Alpha Male in these gyms. We've been, taking our temperatures, checking for symptoms. But, we're good, man. It's, I know like 24-hour fitness and like some of these bigger gyms, we're shut all the way down. But I go to private gyms. So for me, it wasn't too different.
That leads me into this next question. I mean, you've done all the preparation. How do you feel about this fight? I mean, Song Kenan is very dangerous, but it's nothing you haven't seen before. You've faced hard hitters, guys like Mike Perry, Alex Oliveira. So how are you feeling about this fight and your thoughts on the matchup?
I feel good, man. Honestly, when I first got the name, I wasn't too thrilled about it. But my manager said, hey, man, beat this guy, renegotiate your contract, and we'll get it from there. But yeah, he's a good guy. Comes from a good gym. But stylistically, I enjoy the fight a lot. They actually wanted me to put this card on March 6th, the Adesanya card, but my son was supposed to be born February 19th. So I said, hey, it's too close. What if he's early? What if he's late? So they said, okay, you can fight on March 20th. So I did like the matchup, kept the guy, moved the date, and now it's a blessing because now it's on ESPN, the main card. Yeah. The world wants to see it, and they're giving me an opportunity. I like the matchup though. He's tough, he's good, but I'm gonna do work on this guy, man. He's gonna bring the fight. He's more of a striker, more of a boxer. He got a good right hand, but he doesn't like pressure. He has a short reach, like 71, 70 and a half. Mine's almost 77. So, I got a little bit of reach on him, and I bring pressure. I like it. I like the fight. This is my 11th fight in the UFC, and I'm ready.
I want to talk a little bit about that. I mean, this is your 25th pro fight. That's got to be crazy to look back on. 25 fights. How crazy is that when you look back on it?
It's fun, man. I didn't know that. Thanks for the tidbit. I didn't know that. I'm glad, bro. I wanted to do this for a living. I wanted to be one of the best in the world. That was my goal. And when I started fighting, I didn't fight to be like the local champion or I fought to be one of the best in the world and to make this my life. And I did. So I feel great, bro.
It's crazy because I think I was reading an article on you, and right before your UFC debut, you had contemplated maybe not even doing this anymore. So looking back, that's got to be crazy. So when you look back, was that was that such a dumb decision? Was it just emotions at that time? What do you think it was?
Well, man, like I said, or you fight. I mean, I was a champion of West Coast Fighting Championship. I was a Tachi Palace Fights champion. I had California on lockdown, for the titles and everything. I was doing it big, and they always promise you talk to these matchmakers in UFC, yeah, one more fight, one more fight. You beat this guy, you're in. You beat this guy, you're in. And we heard that for years, And these last couple fights, I went to I left to go to Tachi because I beat everyone up here or in Sacramento in that area. So I went to Tachi, got that belt, and came back, and then actually went back to the West Coast to fight David Mitchell. A couple other guys too, Buddy Wallace, but David Mitchell was ex-UFC guy, really good guy, and he was talking all this trash and stuff. I'm scared. That's why you went to Tachi. But he got out the UFC and won 8 straight. He torched the local scene, saying I'm scared and all this. So I fought him, and they told me, look, they say, hey, you beat this guy, you're in. I knock him out in the first round. It was a King of Sacramento fight. It was a beautiful fight. Just played with him. And didn't get signed. It's January. That was in January 16th, I think. I could be wrong, but that was 5 years ago, January. Maybe longer, but I've been in UFC about 5 years, so it could have been around then. But January, it's February, March, April, May, June. I'm still not signed. It's dude, I have nothing to prove ever. And like I said, I didn't do it to be a local, I respect a lot of the guys and look up to a lot of the guys growing up, Jamie O'Hara, Dave Huckabee, guys in my area that are local legends, I did it to be one of the best in the world. Not, no disrespect, but I want to be one of the best in the world. I didn't do it just for local.
Yep.
And if I wouldn't get signed, I was going to quit. I have nothing more to prove. It's funny. I almost signed the Bellator. It's a funny story. I almost signed the Bellator because I was getting frustrated. You know what? How much are you going to pay me Bellator? They wanted to put me on a promotional agreement. a lot of the guys in Bellator, they get signed, they get on those shit contracts, and they're not even contracts. It's just they feed you to somebody who has a promotional contract. You know what I mean? So they wanted me to offer a promotional contract, pay me a lot of good money to fight for them. I was supposed to meet up with Rich Chu, and he got stuck in London, I think, with Michael Page. So he like couldn't come to the meeting, you know. So I want to say that next week, and so that happened, right? And then this one day, I like gave it up, dude. I'm like, you know what? That morning, I remember it clearly. I'm like, I'm done. Like, if I don't get signed today, like, I'm done. Like, I don't want to waste my time. Like, I'm good at most shit that I do. If I put my effort into it, I'm successful. If it's whatever job I have, whatever I put my mind to, I figure out how to do it, and I do well at it. I was like, I could put this energy, this fighting energy into anything. I could be whatever I want to be, you know? So I was ready to close that chapter. Told my girl, yeah, I'm done. Told my brother, yeah, man, I'm gonna retire, I guess. Like, and that night, bro, I'm at Marinoble's kickboxing, my main dojo, and we're wrestling or whatever, and I get taken down, and my elbow hits the mat, and my bone like pokes through my skin, like I hit it so hard on the mat that it goes through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It went through. I'm like, oh shit, you know. I tell my coach, like, dude, my arm. He's like, oh, you're fine. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I went like this and like squirted blood like a squirt gun. I was like, oh shit. So I take a break, go check my phone, and Joe Silva texts me, and he goes, what's your manager's number? It said Joe Silva. I'm like, this is Max, it's Joe Silva. What's your manager's number? I'm like, oh my God, like, oh my fuck, you know. I text him the number. I don't know if I can cuss on here. Can I cuss on here?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay, so I text my guy Dave Hirschbein. Like 2 minutes later, he calls me. We're in, motherfucker. We're in. We're fucking in. 3 weeks. McGregor Diaz 2. We're in. I'm like, I don't give a fuck who I'm fighting. Let's fucking do it, you know. And fucking, he said, hey, if you wouldn't have responded, like within that hour, like we would have moved on to the next guy. So if I didn't get hurt, I would have missed the whole shit. It would have been too late. I would have saw my phone. Hey, too late, Max. So because I hurt my arm, you know, and was able to like check my phone. I don't check my phone ever. I get done at the gym at 10 o'clock. This is like 6:30. You know what I mean? So I would have missed the flight. And here we are, bro.
Yeah, it's a crazy story, man. And man, the fact that you could have been a Bellator fighter to me is even crazy. But one thing that's kind of eluded you your entire UFC career is consecutive wins. Now you've got a chance to do that. What do you think it is? Is it a mental hurdle? Do you think it's the matchups? What is it that's, you know, preventing you from getting those 2 straight wins?
I don't know, man. I mean, those times are over, bro. A lot of time it's shit judges. I mean, I've been in a lot of close fights. Yeah. I've only really lost to Colby Covington. All the other fights here or there. I mean, every other single fight, other fights have been split. And there's been fights that I've been clearly robbed. Thiago Alves. You know, there's been fights that it would have been 2 in a row. You know what I mean? It's I don't know, man. But, yeah, bad judging. There's been fights that splits, right? Alex Morono, he kicked me in the head at the end of the second round. He had 37 seconds of glory. The first round I won. The second round or the third round, I took him down 4 times and fucked him up. And he won. It should have been a draw. So there's certain things. I mean, if you watch the fights, they're all close.
Yeah.
Curtis Millender, I fucked him up, and then he stole the fight at the end with a couple punches. But then he went to the hospital. So there's these fights that are so close. But it's time, man. My last fight was beautiful. I have a new mental coach, and he said, have fun out there. We've really been working on having a good time, being authentic. Like outside of fighting, I'm funny. I'm a meme king. I have a lot of fun, bro. In my life, I'm a funny guy, like happy-go-lucky kind of guy. So when I fight, I'm all serious. So he's like, hey, when you fight, how you want, when he actually went back and watched all my fights and like with no sound. And like the Mike Perry fight, certain fights they did really well. He's like, you're having a good time. So you need to, when you have a good time, you do very well. So I started training like that and really getting into my core values. And my last fight, I like genuinely had a good time. Happy to be here. Like was calm and like kind of nonchalant about it. Not so much pressure. Because look, I'm losing these fights, these split decisions. Because like the blood, like the Oliveira fight, I lost because I was bloody. Like it looks bad. You know what I mean? So it's like these close fights, bro, that I'm losing is like, fuck, man. So this last fight, to be able to literally have fun, to really enjoy it, and then to thrash the guy, apart from the ear getting cut off, I pieced that fool up, like all the way around. Every time I hit him, more just mouse, hematoma, cut, blood. I mean, pieced him up. Didn't let him take me down. Didn't let him do anything to me. And then I cut it off his ear and go viral for it. I'm more of that. If I have fun for the first time, then I go viral. Like, I need to have more fun.
I want to ask about that. That was going to be my next question. I mean, it's not every day you see someone's ear practically fall off their head in a fight. As the person who did it, I mean, there had to be a little bit of like, oh man, I feel bad, or was it all just like, you know what, that felt great?
It felt great. I mean, now, whatever. It's, when it happened, hey, I was fucking excited. It was disgusting, but it was good for me as a man. I mean, he was talking shit, saying how he's just gonna come in there and submit me, and that wasn't gonna happen. But my mom was upset about it. But it's better. Would you rather have him do it to me, Mom? She's like, no, okay then. Like, it's part of it. It's part of the game. We sign up for that. We sign up. We don't think it's gonna happen like that. But hey, for me to be on the other side of it and to get the TKO and finish him and get my 2 checks, and for me, like, it's important, man. I'm in there to cut people's shit off. So like, he was cool about it, and I didn't do any more damage after I saw the ear. But I wish him the best, and it is what it is. Like, I don't feel bad. It's like when you feel bad in training, you're not supposed to feel bad. Like, for instance, I broke my homies. I fractured 2 ribs, or fractured 1 rib twice, and broke the other rib with a knee on belly last weekend. Yeah. So I asked him today about it. We grappling. I fucking knee on bellied him, and he's like, oh. I felt like a do. I felt with my knee like in his rib. I felt it go like a xylophone, bro. And he's screaming, my buddy Mike Gonzalez, I stand him up, and I'm like, are you sure, man? He can't breathe, and he's done. Takes his gi off, and I'm like, I don't know if it's broken, man, but it started turning colors and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if it's broke, bro. So it's not funny, but I texted him today and said, hey, how's your ribs? He's like, dude, you fractured 1 in 2 places and broke the other one. So it's like, I don't feel bad. I mean, I wish it didn't happen, but you're not supposed to apologize in training. Like, we're fighters. Like, my coach said it's disrespectful if you apologize. Like, sorry. I mean, if you take someone in the nuts, that's different. But if you hurt someone when you're training, you cut someone or knock someone out cold, like, we signed up for this. So, yeah, I don't feel bad. I wish them the best. But, hey, I'm in there. Yeah, I'm in there to fuck shit up now. I was in there to fuck shit up before. But I put a lot of pressure on myself because I did have those losses. I did have that shit go my wrong way. I mean, And they're all close fights. You can't tell me I haven't been in the fight that wasn't close. Even the Colby Covington fight. Yeah, he beat me, but I almost Kimura him. Like, if I would have put my leg over, I would have Kimura him, 100%. I dropped him in the first round. Like, I had better success than everyone he fought, except, against Usman,
Yeah.
I did the best since Usman against him in like 7 fights. So it's like, I feel good, bro. And like I said, for me to have fun and like chop the guy's ear off and go viral and beat the shit out of him, I'm gonna have more fun. And I can't wait. I can't wait to fight, bro. I can't wait. This guy's the perfect opponent. He's gonna fight. He's a fighter. So I got something for him.
All right, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions here at the end, and then we'll let you go. I know it's fight week, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. We keep track of fighter predictions. I think you know that, and you're right up there. You've got one of the best records in all of the UFC for picking fights. What's the secret? As someone who wants to gamble, is it just trusting your gut, or is it studying the fights? What's the secret in having so much success in your picks?
So yeah, I get in trouble, bro. Like for instance, this last week, bro. I didn't feel good about it, but I picked Danny Ige was fighting this dude Gavin Tucker. When I come to Extreme or when I come to Vegas, I train at Extreme. They're my guys, they're my people. You know what I mean? It's like my team when I'm in Vegas. And Danny Ige goes there. And I picked against them, Gavin Tucker, and why I did, my mental coach, who I work with, works with them and stuff, And, it's like I know both guys. I know Dan, I know Eric, but I picked fucking Gavin, He gets knocked out, which, whatever. And then, Eric goes on my thing, and tags Dan in it and puts like the monocle thing, like, oh, Max is picking against us. Like it's fucking crazy, bro. So yeah, I love you guys, man. I love fucking Extreme. I love Dan. It's fucking, you can't make everybody happy all the time, So some of the picks, it's political. A lot of them, like what I really bet on isn't always like what I pick, Like a lot of times it's like, I know the guy, and fucking, if I pick against them, fucking, they're pissed. Like for me, it's like I gotta weigh the risk of being right and pissing someone off. But like, what if I know both guys? Now I know like everybody, like personally. I've been here for 5 years now. It's like, I know 80% of the fucking card, bro. So it's like someone's gonna be mad, So
yeah.
I really just go with who I really think is going to win, usually. But sometimes it's political, where it's like, hey, if I pick against him, is it worth me being wrong? Yeah, I think this guy has no chance. But if I don't pick him, they're gonna be fucking mad. So it's a slippery slope where people take it personal.
All right, we'll end on this note. Is there any last message you have before the fight? What can we expect from you on Saturday night?
Expect some viciousness. They put me on the main card for a reason, on ESPN for a reason, not on the prelims, not on ESPN Plus, on the main card, and I'm gonna do my thing and get the dominant victory, and you'll see the best performance that I've ever performed to date, because I'm gonna keep getting better. So you'll see the best Max Griffin to date come Saturday.
All right, man. Thanks again for the time. I appreciate it. Best of luck this weekend, and be safe, man, with everything going on. So can't wait to watch you perform.
Thank you, bro.
All right, man. All the best.
Peace.
So there you have it. Max Payne Griffin. I've been a fan of his for a very long time, since his UFC debut. He fights this Saturday against Song Kenan. So be sure to check him out on Saturday. If you guys haven't yet, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.